Shalom, shalom. It's Brother Kadash. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, double honors to Apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, honors to all the brothers in this truth. Don't know what I'm gonna title this, but hey, it's pretty much on the lines. Look, you're still a Jake. You know, the world we say you're still a nigga. So it doesn't matter that this is for you guys that go join the army, that fight for the country, risk your life. This guy right here, he's a lieutenant, and you come back and you feel like you should have some type of social class. You should be treated a little bit better. You should have some type of respect. And then you run into incidents like this where Esau shows you, look, we don't give no fuck. You're still a Jake. And this has all happened in history. See, our people have a weird, very, very hard time understanding and researching history. It's like we don't like to go into history, and we don't like to, make smart moves based off history. We just like to live in the present like children. And it's crazy, man, because if our people just go into history just with dealing with the United States, we don't even have to go into the other 90% of our history. Just a little 10% dealing with the United States, Mystery Babylon, America, right? You could see who your enemy is. You could see how things was handled, how things are gonna go. But you Jakes, you stuck up into thinking all these people didn't change, and they haven't, man. They showing their true colors. If you just go back into history after what was that? The 4th of July was the Independence Day, right? They established the Independence Day, where there was many Jakes that fought in that war. They fought against the Great Britain to get their independence. And what happened after the war? After they fought, actually, Jake was the reason why the war was won. And after they fought, what happened? Jake went back to being put in slavery. After that, you had all these Jim Crow laws. You had all type of hell leading up to this day, man. The way we get treated all the way to this day. And our people is the reason why they got independence and why they even have America. Let alone we built it. But, I mean, it don't. And see, y'all should get up out of their armies and come join the army of the Lord, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5. It says, thus say the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man. What does that mean? You put your trust in man. You trust these Edomites, but let alone Edomites, all men. You're supposed to put your trust in the Lord. So you trusting in man and maketh flesh his arm. So, your arm symbolize your power, right? Now you making flesh, man, your power. And whose hearts departed from the Lord. And when you do that, your heart kind of depart from the Lord. And that verse is so powerful and so great because we see that also with a lot of camps. You see a lot of camp leaders that been in this thing for a very long time, right? And they obviously going off, I ain't gonna really say no names because it's not my place, but y'all all know about the purple and gold. And they camp leaders are clearly going off. So you ask, well, why are the camp members, these people, some of these dudes know that, okay, the mark of the beast is the microchip. They know that the Lord's name is Yahweh. His son name is Yahweh Shai. They know these things. Why are they still at that camp? Why haven't they denounced that camp? Why haven't they left? They just still rocking. Why? Because Jeremiah 17 and 5. Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man. They're following men. They're not following the Lord. Their hearts departed from the Lord. They're following a man that a elder or a wise elder they believe that been in the truth for many, many years and set up an order. So because they set up that order, they want to go along with the order. And while they're in the order, you can't really say nothing about the guy that's ahead of you, the guy that's above you. You can't say nothing about him because if you do, then you get kicked out. So they're following the order and they're following man rather than following the Lord. And that's why they're still there. Giving it up the way they're giving it up. They're not looking for really the truth anymore of the Lord. It's more now about following that order and following men. And making flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord. Let's let this play.
Your order, obey it.
I'm honestly afraid to get out. Can I?
Yeah, you should be. Get out.
What's
Get out.
Get out the car.
Get out now.
I have not committed any crime.
You're being stopped for a traffic violation. You're not cooperating at this point right now. You're under arrest you're being detained, okay? You're being detained for obstruction of justice.
Traffic violation. I do not have to get out the gate. You have me in trouble
Really?
while I'm being stopped.
Really? Get out of the car now. Get out of the car.
Get your hands off me.
Get out of the car.
Get your hands off me.
You know what?
Get your hands off me.
Stop
Get your hands off me.
Back up,
I
Daniel.
didn't do anything. Don't do
Stop it. So he being stopped for a traffic violation. Okay, get my identity, whatever, my ID, insurance. Go back, write my ticket, bring my ticket to me. But Esau kind of trying to flex his power. Esau sees he's an army fatigue. Esau don't care about that. Esau like, now if this was a Edomite lieutenant in the army, then this situation 9 times out of 10 would have been handled way different with respect. They probably would have pulled him over, seen that he was a lieutenant, an Edomite, and let him go and said, "Sorry, sir. Have a good day. Have a good night." But since it was a Jake, the Edomite wanted to go out his way to flex his power. So, I don't care about you being in the army. I don't care about this and that. You should be scared. You still a nigga, and I'm finna show you. Get out the car.
Get out of the car now.
Hey, sir.
Get out of the car now.
Sir, I'm trying to talk
Get out.
to you.
Okay.
I'm trying to talk.
Get out.
Just get out of my car. Can you please relax?
Get out.
Please relax.
Get out of the car right now. Now.
This is not how you treat a vet. I'm actively serving this country, and this is how you're going to treat me.
Back up, Daniel.
I didn't do anything.
Back up.
Whoa, hold on.
Daniel.
What's going on? Hold on. Watch it.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car now.
That's fucked up.
Get out of the car now. Sir, just get out of the car.
I'm trying to breathe.
Get out of the car now.
Fucked up. That's really fucked up.
Yeah, get out of the car and get on the ground now. You're going to get it again.
I don't even want to reach my seatbelt to me.
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car.
Can you please?
Get out of the car now. Listen, take off your seatbelt and get out of the car.
Here it is. You actively serving for the country. And they about to go to, it's about to be a lot of wars going on. And you actively serving for the country. And you come back to your country. And you getting pulled over by the law. You getting beat up on and pepper sprayed and pulled over by the local police. And getting treated this way.
I'm just going to please.
You're going to do what you're told. Get out of the car. Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. Take your seatbelt off.
My hands are out.
Take your seat.
How could you go fight and put your life on the line for this country and come back to the country and possibly get killed by the police officers, which are supposed to be the enforcers of the country? Crazy.
Off and get out of the car.
My hands are out.
Don't reach in there, Daniel. Don't reach in there.
My hands are out. Please. Please. Look. This is really messed up. My dog is in the back. My dog is choking. Like, get out.
And we just seen this with the whole George Floyd thing. The other officer, he not going to step up for what's right. He don't care what's right. He's going to follow orders of the guy that's being super aggressive against him. He's going to follow what that guy says. So in the case of 2 or 3 witnesses to a situation, you got to have 2 or 3 unbiased witnesses. Because the person on your side, they going to ride with you no matter if you're wrong or right. And we seen that. And the perfect example with that is when George Floyd, when the whole thing happened with him, there was like 2 or 3 other officers up there, around there, but they was riding with the dude that was, the most aggressive. So yeah, 2 or 3 witnesses, but 2 or 3 unbiased witnesses.
Take your seatbelt off. What are you, a specialist? Corporal, what are you?
I'm a lieutenant.
Lieutenant, get out of the car. Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. You made this way more difficult than it had to be. You just complied. Get out of the car.
I'm reaching for my seatbelt.
Fine. Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. Straight onto the ground. Straight onto the ground.
Ma'am, is your commanding officer available?
Down. Let's go.
Is your commanding
Let's
officer
go.
available?
Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Please talk to
Get
me
on the
about
ground
what's
now.
going on.
Get on the ground and you're getting sprayed again. Get on the ground.
Can you please talk to me about what's
Get on
going
the
on?
ground. Get on the ground now.
Can you please talk to me
Walk
about what's
out.
going
Walk
on?
out.
Can you please talk to me about what's
Yes, sir.
going on? Can you please talk to me about what's going on? Why am I being treated like this? Why?
You're not cooperating. Get on the ground.
Why am I being treated like this? This is really messed up. This is really messed up. Just one. This is fucked up.
Hey, look, that's pretty much the end of it. Leave it there. One more scripture. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12. Verse 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as the iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. He's trusting his enemy too much, man. He forgot. He don't even know that these people are his enemy. He don't even know that. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he has overthrown thee, he stand in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Who would pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? So, I mean, it pretty much just never trust your enemy, you know? So, you go do all this work, but Esau's still your enemy. So, when you do all his dirty work for him, he uses you. After he's done using you, what is he going to do? Dispose you. And that's just the way it is. With that, I'm going to say salvation to the elect. Shalom.